everybody, this is Snook. Welcome to Pants Are Optional. It is a show about two Steamians and if they can be in the same room together and not talk about steam or steam in. It's really just a show about having fun, having some laughs, learning a little bit about the person behind the username that we see most every day. And I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. Bye. First off, did you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself for people who don't know who you are?
Okay, I'm Catweasel. I've been Catweasel for a long, long time, 40 years maybe.
Really?
So, oh yeah, yeah.
That's a long
I was
time.
I was Catweasel long before I discovered the internet. I was going to say not since before Al Gore invented the internet, but before I found
Yeah, well, there is that whole Al Gore thing. We won't go there.
it. Okay.
What do you do on SteamX?
I helped Rebecca with the Steam Engine Discord group.
How long have you been in the Steam engine? The two of you, have been
A
Discord?
little over a year.
Okay, all right. And do you like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. Do you tease Enchanted Spirit when she gets out of hand? Okay. So I'm going to ask you your first question because otherwise I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. And so are you. So,
I'm always in trouble. I'm used to it.
well, yeah. Well, so am I most of my life, quite honestly, if you really want to know the truth.
Oh, did you see that wonderful quote Enchanted Spirit put in the lounge car from H.L. Mencken?
Oh, um, say it. Tell me what it was.
A man may be a fool and not know it, unless he's married.
Yes, I did. I did see that one. I did, and I laughed because it's kind of true. On top of my husband basically living through the night the other night because I didn't kill him. But it all works.
So you still love him too. That's how I know Enchanted Spirit still loves me.
Yeah, yeah. That is how you know
I'm,
your spouse loves you. They don't kill you while you're
I'm still
sleeping.
alive. Yes. I'm not sure she'd wait for me to fall asleep. If she was
Well,
going to do it, I think she'd want me conscious.
she'd want you to see that she's doing it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Look me in the eye. Oh, yeah. So, what is the most fun thing someone could do, or you could do in your backyard?
I don't go in the backyard.
Okay, say you went out of the house and into the backyard.
Uh-huh.
What do you think you would want to do there if you found yourself stuck in the backyard? That would be fun.
Uh,
Besides, like raking or something. Well, you live in the desert,
yeah,
so I don't know what you do in the desert in the backyard.
there's nothing to do in the backyard unless I need to fix the well, and that's not fun.
No, well, there. Okay.
So
So,
I'm going to have to say nothing. Uh,
okay, so
there's,
hypothetically, other than that, well, your backyard is now empty except for a well that you have to fix because that's your job as a married person, and you're the male, so it's your job. Say you could beam something down into your backyard. That would be fun,
What would it be?
I've got a basketball hoop in the front yard that I could move to the backyard, but I don't use it in the front yard either.
I don't see you as a basketball hoop. Oh God, this is gonna be a coughing thing. Not used to laughing this early in the
I
morning.
liked it when I was a kid, but I was way too.
You were too short.
Yeah.
Did you guys play horse when you were a kid? You're from England originally?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
did you play horse? Basketball horse? Where
Um.
you whoever gets well you get a letter for each dunk, basket.
No.
Oh,
Um.
was it some fancy
Uh,
English word?
um. I don't know. I mean, I played a couple of games um, in the school basketball court, and I was crap, so I gave it up.
Oh, then why do you have a basketball hoop in your front yard?
It was here when I got here.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. I thought you bought it, and I was like,
Oh, good Lord, no!
well, that's where I'm a little confused.
I'm not surprised. I am not a sports person.
Well, I,
That's one of the reasons Enchanted Spirit hasn't killed me. I
well,
don't sit in front of the football every Sunday.
all right. So basically, no fun outside, really, is
No,
what's going
no,
on at your
sorry.
house. Okay. What song do
No.
you associate with your childhood?
What song did you
Song.
say?
Yeah, song.
Um, I did a post on that I'm not allowed to mention.
Right. We could link it later, maybe.
Uh huh. Um, yeah, I picked 7 songs, starting with Fats Waller, Your Feet's Too Big,
Is that what kind of music is that?
jazz.
Oh, okay. All right.
Um, I learned my love of jazz from my father.
Oh, all right. I like jazz.
Good. You probably do remember Miles Davis.
Yes, I do. I
Yes,
know that name.
yes. Yeah, I think
So,
that was every time he bought me a record, he'd give me one out of his collection. He'd have me pick one from his collection.
really?
Yeah.
Well, how special
So
is that?
pretty special. I
Yeah.
learned to like some very fine stuff. Also comedy. He had some wonderful comedy records.
Really? By who?
Bill Cosby.
The Noah?
Sad to say. Yeah. Oh yes.
I love that. We used to
Yes.
listen to that
Oh.
all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Noah.
Yes. Yes.
And Shelley Berman.
Oh, okay. I don't know her.
Hello, Nichols Department Store. Hello, yes. I work in the building across the street from you, southwest corner. And I was looking out my window, and yes, it is a lovely day, isn't it? And I noticed there's a woman hanging from your building. I could probably go on, but I won't. But
That's okay.
that sort of thing.
That's very cool.
Also, some Peter Cook, Dudley Moore type stuff.
Okay. All right.
But yes, that's what I was subjected to as a child, and it was great.
That is.
Jazz, of course, gives a foundation for all the rest of the music. Although blues came earlier, jazz took it places.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
But
Do you still listen to jazz at home, or do you not? Not.
yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I can't talk about.
Oh.
Um,
Let's see.
let's just say that I mentioned Ginger Baker amongst others.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
haven't said it.
No, you haven't. I'm impressed, quite honestly. You're holding good. You're doing good. Because yeah, I mean, I've been warned. You don't remember, so
Don't remember what?
exactly. That's exactly it. Um, I'm not even gonna. Okay, I will ask this question. What are you looking forward to the most right now?
I could be completely sarcastic and say the end of this interview.
That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was like.
Apart from the fact that I keep coughing when I laugh, um,
That's good for your
I'm actually
lungs.
fine with it. Yeah, okay. I'll take your word on that.
Gotta laugh once in a while and clear out the lungs.
Hmm.
Are you being looked at like, why are you laughing?
Nobody except Linus can see me at the moment.
Oh, you're hiding?
Yeah.
I like that answer. It's a very honest answer.
Rebecca used to have a terrible startled response.
Did you?
Yeah. I I weigh about 200, but or so,
Yeah.
but I'm barefoot, so
You're quiet then.
yeah, I'm quiet, and
Ah.
she'd scream.
Yeah, I bet. That's what that's what I do. And then he's like, "Why are you screaming?" I'm like, "Why are you walking up on me?" Without saying, "Hey, I'm coming in." He's like, "You're in the kitchen. I want food." Oh.
Yes, that is a problem with us men. I understand. Doesn't seem like a problem to me, but
No. Well, it sounds like you eat pretty darn good though.
yeah.
Just saying. I'd kind of like to live at your house and just eat. But I think there might be a problem with that.
There might. Yeah. It's bad enough the animals want some of my food.
Right,
Have an ex-
exactly.
to have an extra body I've got to share with. Not happening.
That's what I'm thinking. I'd be like, okay, it's lunchtime. See you later. Bye. Now come back in about 2 hours. Well, this could be interesting. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your home?
I used to have guests when I lived in what I called the rat hole.
The rat hole?
Yeah, in Bristol. Um, the previous occupant had a rat she
Oh,
kept,
oh,
a pet rat.
yeah.
And
Oh, so like Edna?
and I had a couple of mice, which weren't pets, but I got on with them, so I let them stay. Um, so it was called the Rattle.
So, okay, hold on. You lived in a place that you had some rats that were living there, mice,
Uh huh.
that were not invited guests, let's say.
Right.
But
They
you
weren't invited, but they were welcome.
but they were welcome because they didn't bother you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Did you feed them?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not going to starve my guests.
So, oh.
Well,
So
assuming
you'll
I had
feed a
any.
rat. So you'll feed a mouse in your house. But
Yes,
you won't feed
but not
me.
you.
But you won't feed me. Well, thank you. Now I know where I stand. I'm
You're welcome.
perfectly, perfectly clear now. Let's move on. So you've been a computer geeky person pretty much, like, for a long time.
1970, I think, was my first exposure to computers.
Really?
Really.
Wow. I was we had him in when I was in high school. We had him, but there was like two, and only the really smart kids could touch him. I was not one of those
Hmm.
kids. I didn't get to go in that room that had him. But filling out little punch cards didn't look exciting to me either, so I wasn't too upset.
No.
To see if
The most.
like do 200 of them and then shove them through and find out, like number 89 was wrong.
Yeah. The most fun I had in that first job with computers was watching somebody drop a stack.
Oh, oh, how many?
Oh, I think there were about 200 in a tray or
Oh,
500, something like I don't
oh,
know.
a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Oh. Now,
But
were those things that you actually numbered somehow, or I mean, well, you'd have to, right?
no, they weren't numbered.
Really?
Why would they be numbered? That's an extra process. You just
Right. Well,
punch
that's
them. Yeah, you just punch blank cards. They're all identical until they get punched.
so really you're just if you drop it, you're screwed.
Um, I obviously didn't ever drop one.
Well,
Um,
okay, so I meant
but the person, yeah, but the person who dropped it, it can be done, but you have to refer every card back to
uh,
your original source code.
so you might as well just redo it. Kind of. Wouldn't it be easier?
Yeah, I think so, probably.
I mean, more less time
Although
consuming?
less time consuming, but one person was made to sort them to teach her a lesson,
Uh,
not to drop the punch cards.
well, like she didn't know not to drop the punch cards. I mean, really. That's just somebody
Yeah.
being nasty. Don't you think?
Anyway. Oh.
Well,
Well,
unless she wasn't a very nice person. That's a whole different story.
oh, she was all right, but but god awful clumsy apparently because she dropped it 3 times.
No! Well, then I would make her
That's
sort
why.
it. I would
Yeah,
make her
that's
sort
why
it.
she was. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. I
Well,
mean,
see, there's deeper meanings to reasons why you have to sort 500 cards.
yeah.
What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled? You can't
A
tell
meth
me
lab.
you don't have smells, so.
A, a meth lab. Um,
Oh!
I was working. I was working with a friend, and on our way from his house he was building,
Yeah.
there was this weird smell, and he said that's a meth lab.
Really?
Really,
What kind of it? I wouldn't know. I mean, is it just was it out in the air?
it
In the
was
car?
just out in the area. Yeah,
Wow.
it's chemically obviously.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a bit it's a bit sulfury,
Oh, okay. That's
but
that's scary though because those are explosive.
yeah.
If you if you were transported 400 years into the past with no clothes or anything else, how would you prove that you were from the future? I can't wait to hear this. Do you want me to repeat
No.
it? 400
Um,
years.
yeah,
No clothes.
I
Just him.
wouldn't, um, unless I was briefed beforehand, I wouldn't know how to, because the obvious way to do it would be to predict something.
Well, right. But
I can't think.
400 years ago, what is there to predict?
Um,
Well, you're smart. What is there 400? What happened 400 years ago? I have no idea. I'm still sleeping.
um, well, if I could remember them, there's various battles I could predict.
Yeah.
There's solar eclipses I could
Yeah.
predict, but I don't remember any of that crap.
Well, I think you would if you were in that. I mean, okay, let's say you got plunked down naked in a village, you know,
Uh huh. Yeah.
with the standing stones like 4 feet away from you. Don't you think some of that would come back? Like, oh,
Um,
I know what this thing does. Maybe, maybe not.
yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility, but um,
I mean, in general.
barring being dropped by a henge, um, I mean,
Well,
what
I
is
think it
there?
would take a
I
while
could.
for you to figure out where you were.
Mhm, yeah. Um,
Or what time.
but I wouldn't remember whether a certain cathedral, say, was built in 1576 or
True,
1676.
true, true. Very true. And then depending, you could just be considered, insane and then they kill you
A
anyway.
nut job, yeah.
You know. Or wasn't it or back then, didn't they weren't they nice to insane people? Just let them go?
Um, some people were,
Yeah, like they were considered special, so they just
yeah.
let them go wander around.
Yeah, I think the Indians, the Native Americans, as
Yeah,
they are so called, I think that was their policy, wasn't it?
I think so. Now that you say Native American, yeah, Indians, yeah. I think that was. I
Yeah.
think it was in a
There's,
couple cultures, quite honestly.
uh-huh.
I always liked that rule. That would be me. Just let me wander.
Ah, I can see you tripping through the flowers.
Yeah. And then they just feed me once in a while. And then pat me on the head, let me go. It would work well for me. What
I
would
was,
be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street?
nice arse.
That's as creepy as you can get?
Yeah, I mean, under the right circumstances, that can be pretty creepy.
Well, it can. I agree. I mean,
And I'm not
I
that
would.
creepy a person.
No, you're not. You have a lot of things said about you. Mysterious things said about you, though. You know, you have this aura of mystery about you. Like, why has Enchanted Spirit not killed you?
I ask myself that all the time, but I'm grateful.
You two are so cute together. I'm sorry, but you just are.
I know. We have fun when we get on one like that. We really do.
You really, and it comes through. I mean, it really does. I mean, to me anyway. It just that you guys are just having fun. Is there a personality trait you just can't stand? So, like, if you meet somebody, what would irritate you the most about their personality?
Okay. I don't like stupid people.
Well, that's a yeah, yeah. I agree with
You're
that.
not stupid, are you?
I don't think so. I don't know. Depends on what you consider stupid. Everybody has their own little. I am smarter than I look. Let's just put it that way.
I'm not touching that with a barge pole.
That's probably a very good idea. So say you're out and you come across a stupid person because you've been talking to them or they came up and talked to you. What is your favorite way to get out of? Do you just walk away or do you make excuses?
I just walk away if I can.
Do you?
Mhm.
Yeah. I usually have to make an excuse first because then I feel guilty on top of it.
No, if I start talking, I I go too far.
So you're too honest
Yeah.
to a fault. It's okay. So now we're traveling to another planet, and it's your planet. So what would be the first colony? What would you do with the first colony on a planet? What kind of colony would you make?
Um, it's got to be agricultural.
Well, I agree, because you'd have to
Um,
eat
yeah, and
sustainable.
everything else is luxuries. So you get to them when it's convenient.
True. That is very true. I don't think people realize that anymore, though.
I mean, um, I can sleep on a wall.
You can sleep on a wall? You can.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you learn to do that?
Um, I fell asleep.
You were just standing there and fell asleep?
I was waiting for somebody to come home. And, um,
I said, but
I just
really?
kind of lay on top of the wall and just nodded off, and I didn't fall off. So
Did they wake you up when they came by?
bastard kicked me off the wall.
That is hilarious. Because I don't know if I could have just. Well, they would have a problem because you'd either have to. Because you'd scare somebody waking them up. So you'd jump anyway, so you probably would have fell anyway.
Probably not.
You're not going to admit it if you were. Anyway. I can honestly say I've never done that.
I don't think many people have.
No, I think that one, yeah, you're in like the top 1% there.
My point, though, is that you can sleep almost anywhere, so
True.
you don't need to make beds and bedrooms and things.
No, no, because
Um,
yeah, true.
yeah, and cooking facilities can be fairly rudimentary, and you can get down to them once your food starts growing.
You can do more communal cooking, and I mean, I would think that
Yeah,
any kind of thing that would whatever
yeah,
colony or whatever would start out communal.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
You just gotta bring them big cauldrons, which would serve double duty.
yeah. For what? Baths?
The witches.
Oh, come you would. I can't even say it. I'm not going there because I'm gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. It's just not gonna go well. You're just getting me in trouble. It's really what you're doing on purpose.
Well, isn't that what I'm here for?
Well, true. You did say yes, and I had a quick shower at ridiculous early time this morning and put makeup on. So what is it with the laughing out loud that you just don't find things funny, or what is that whole thing about the
There's a
laughing?
lot of things that I find amusing rather than funny.
Ah, okay. All right. So
Um,
amusing doesn't mean that you actually laugh or chuckle.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you smile.
I smile,
Okay.
and I will never type LOL.
Well, LOL is, yeah.
It's too Facebooky for me.
Well, that and I always wonder with the, well, see, I laugh a lot. So I use like smiley faces a lot when I talk.
Hmm.
And if people don't know me, I do say to them, I do actually in real life laugh and smile this much because I do,
Hmm.
you know, not right at this moment, but I do. So, but it's hard because people see they don't like the smiley faces and they don't like this and they don't like the LOL. And then you always wonder if somebody always does LOL. Are you really laughing? Really?
Yeah, right. I wonder that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do it, but that's me.
Well,
I
if
I
I,
have no problems with other people doing it,
yeah.
unless they do it excessively. Some people do it excessively.
Well, I might be one of those.
I don't think so.
No.
You haven't annoyed me with it.
Oh, okay. Well, chalk one up for me. I'm batting 1,000 today. I better watch my head. It's gonna explode.
We don't want that.
No, no, we don't.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I found that button.
Oh, you found it again?
Yeah.
Stop touching that button.
every time, every time I adjust the headset, I find that button because it's right where my thumb goes when I.
Well, the problem is that when you want it and you know it's there, you'll never find it.
Yes.
Trust me on that one. Like,
What question are we on?
I'm not sure. I I went off on a tangent about stuff. And the Evil Dead Part 2, I never saw Part 1. I like it was so corny. I laughed like through the whole thing at where you really aren't supposed to be laughing, but it was just that dumb that you had to. You just had to because it was like, oh come on. But it was more fun. You got to watch those with somebody so that they can see the dumb stuff too. So you can tell
Yeah.
them about how stupid it really is. Because
Hmm.
otherwise, it's not as fun. So you'd have to do something really nice to have somebody sit next to you to do that with. Like, I don't know what, but like make dinner or something. I don't know. Leave her some leftovers.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, right.
no. Not make dinner. Not
No,
me.
no, please.
Never.
Well,
I.
you have your
Uh,
jobs. She has
yeah.
hers.
Yeah. Making dinner is not one of them. I cannot cook.
Oh, really? Like, literally cannot?
I can burn poached eggs.
You cannot cook. You can burn poached eggs. You cannot cook. You're right. That falls into the category of you cannot cook. Because you're talking water and eggs.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
flame somewhere in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't boil them dry. I don't know how I did it, but I burned the eggs.
And she would like go walk down the road for an hour and then come back and check them?
No,
No.
I stayed in the room the whole time.
You
I
stayed in
may not
the.
have paid much. I may not have paid much
Okay.
attention.
All right. Because I'm like. I'm like thinking of the process, and I'm thinking, you're right. You cannot cook.
Yeah,
You
you
figured out a
bring
way. You
to
figured
do
out a
the
way.
impossible.
Yes, you burn poached eggs. Exactly. Now that's gonna make me crack up for like a week. Just thinking about that. Just so you know. Okay, toilet paper,
Hmm.
over or under?
Over.
Now, do you replace it or do you just set it over on the side?
Um, we don't have a toilet roll holder. We just set it on the side. But
See?
if we did have one, it would be over.
Yeah, I agree with the over. I totally agree with the over. And you're the second person that doesn't have one and sets it on the side. I'm getting ready to like take mine off the wall.
Uh huh.
Because
It
I'm the
saves a
one.
lot of space.
Well, it does, and then I'm the one who puts it on the counter, and then I
Hmm.
get yelled at because I didn't hang it up, and then he hangs it up the wrong way, so then I gotta still take it off, and then put it back on the right way. Which,
It would be easier if you put it on the right way in the first place.
well, I realize that, but
But
it doesn't.
until you get rid of it, you're going to have this problem, aren't you?
Yes,
You're
it,
always going to have this
yes.
problem.
So I'm thinking it might be easier to somehow break the toilet paper roll. So I don't have it anymore. Except knowing him, he'd fix it. But I still have the problem. So, yeah. So did you have fun? This is it.
I did.
Good. Good.
I did.
Thank you for your time. I really
You're
appreciate it.
very welcome. I did. I had fun.
Good. I'm glad.
And you finally made me laugh.
I finally can say I made you laugh.
Yes,
So I get a gold star today.
you do. Yeah.
I do. I do.
I'll
Don't
put it
worry.
right in the middle of your forehead so everybody knows.